So, which are the best universities in Japan? We want to study only in the best ranked universities. When are the intakes in Japanese universities? What are the language requirements? These are some of the most common asked questions that we received on everyday basis from all the students. So here is a video answering to the most asked questions from students. So hello everybody, this is Deepti Singh, your admissions counselor for Japanese University. Stay with me till the end of the video. So today we are going to review some of the most asked questions from our students. So I will start from the question number 1. Which are some of the best universities in Japan? So for example, we need to understand what is it that you aspire to do in Japan or after your education. So for example, if you want to pursue research, then you must focus on the universities where the research is good. If your focus is on placements, then we must focus on universities which are good at placements. Some universities have a very good physics department, while the others might have a very good liberal arts department. And there are some universities which are excellent business schools. So now, it's very difficult to give out a list of best universities when you come asking us, please let us know which are some of the best universities. So the answer is, there are no best universities. The best universities is dependent. The answer is dependent on your profile, what you want. Are you looking for scholarships? Are you looking for a specific subject? Are you looking for placements? Are you a sports student? You are looking for a university which has excellent sports facilities and many Olympians who graduate from there. Likewise, all the universities have their plus points, and it's very, very difficult and challenging to know all these things about a university, and that's why you need a counselor, because not everything is on the website or in your knowledge. So don't try to find best universities. The best universities may be what you are referring to. Maybe you want the ranks. They are easily available on Google, but as a counselor, my suggestion to you would be to find the best university that suits your requirements. Next question. We want to apply to only the top ranked universities. Right. I hear you, and I really wish everybody could get into the best ranked universities. But again, I also should tell you few more things about Japan. For example, maybe the best universities do not have the program that you are looking for in English. Maybe that university doesn't have a large number of international student population. Maybe that university is not very good with placements. They could be good with traditional Japanese placements, but they don't have enough placement opportunities with multinational companies which are not Japanese. These are just some of the scenarios that I am discussing here. But again, the rankings do not tell you the whole story. Please understand what these rankings are meant for. Are these rankings also telling you the kind of placements you will get? Are these rankings telling you that a student will comfortably adjust in the environment which is so unique? So again, so these rankings, they don't give away the entire story. Please understand what these rankings, what are the features of these rankings and what are they based on. Third question. How to apply to a Japanese university? What is the application process? In Japan, there is no central application system. You have to understand that each university has their own application system. In fact, all within a university also, different courses can have different application timelines and processes. So, which is why it's very difficult to give one answer. There is no one answer to this question. So, some universities have an online application system where all you have to do is upload your documents and all the requirements, and there will be a document screening. Some universities expect you to actually courier them your documents. So likewise, every university has their own systems and their own processes. Some can have an online examination, some can have no examination but an online examination or an interview. Every university has a different process. Ma'am, what are some of these scholarships? We hear so much about MEC scholarship, and I understand that all of you wish to study on a fully funded scholarship. But please understand that there are only 12 seats for undergraduate and 12 seats for master's program. The competition is very tough. My strong recommendation to students is to look at other scholarships as well. There are university scholarships which can also give you 100% tuition reduction. So you can focus on these scholarships as well. Besides tuition reduction, there are universities which are also giving you a stipend for living expenses. So all in all, there are many opportunities for scholarships. Don't be so hung up about MEC scholarship. There are plenty of other scholarships, and you must explore those as well. And especially if you are a student who hasn't received very good percentage, I'm sorry to break this news to you. It's almost impossible that you will receive MEC scholarship because the competition is just so difficult. Next question is about intakes. How many intakes are there in the university and when should you apply? So in Japan, there are 2 intakes usually in all universities. Again, as I said, there is no central system. Some universities have 2 intakes and some universities have only 1 intake in a year. So the universities which have 2 intakes can have one April intake, which is usually known as the spring intake, and the other one would start in October or late September, so which is usually known as the fall intake. Most universities which are international in nature will have a fall intake as well. This is so that other international students like Indian students can apply to their universities. Otherwise, they will have to drop entire year to wait for the admissions. So here is your answer. When to apply? Typically in Japanese universities, you must apply 1 year in advance. I have said this enough number of times, but you have the maximum chances of enrollment and scholarships when you apply early. And that is why if you are thinking of applying to Japanese universities and you're thinking of getting in touch with us, it's better to do that now than later. So the entire process of application, enrollment and visa procedures, everything can take anything between 7 to 8 months. So which is why you have to apply 1 year in advance, and maximum delay, even if you do, then it should be at least 7 to 8 months in advance. Next question is usually about the total expenses. How much expenses can you expect in Japan? There is no one answer again, because every university has their own tuition fee structure, but I will still give you a ballpark. So if you're looking at national universities, of course they are way more affordable. So in national universities, you can expect your tuition as well as living expenses to be covered under 30 lakh rupees maximum, including the travel fare and other expenses. And if you are looking at private university, of course they will be little more expensive, and you can expect to cover the tuition fee as well as the living expenses in 50 lakhs. Please understand, these are ballpark figures and there will always be variations. Next question we usually hear about is the language requirement. Again, the language requirements are dependent on the university. Every university has their own requirement. It largely depends on whether you want to pursue a course in English track or Japanese track. If you're going under English track, mostly there is no requirement for you to know Japanese before you apply to the Japanese university. But for English, there can be a requirement, and you have to check with the university, and you have to understand that every university can have their own English proficiency requirements. If you are going for the Japanese track, it's a whole different requirement, and then you will need your Japanese proficiency in place. But most students from India, if you're applying, I'm assuming you will be applying to an English track course, and in that case the answer will be dependent on each university. Each course can also have a different requirement, but for now I would recommend you to research which university you are applying to and what are their requirements for English proficiency. Alright, so next question is about eligibility. My marks are 65%, my marks are 75%, am I eligible? My age is 40, am I eligible? So basically the eligibility criteria of Japanese universities. So the eligibility is, I will start with the overall requirement in all the universities in Japan. So the eligibility for undergraduate is that you must have completed your high school. Right, at the time of application you can be in grade 12 also, or you could have completed your grade 12. So this is a basic requirement. There is no strict rule about your age. So if you are 2 or 3 years you have been preparing for some entrance and you have dropped few years, it usually shouldn't matter, as long as during the interviews and in your application you are able to cover that gap in a more sensible manner, in a more convincing manner. So we have covered age. For master's program, the age criteria, it will be dependent on the course, but usually there is no stringent guideline about the age. Now about the marks, your academic performance over the years. So I personally believe there is always a course and a university for everyone. So you have to find out what are the opportunities. You really have to find out, which universities are open to, let's say, maybe you have received only 70% in your 12th grade, but maybe you excel in other areas. So there can be universities which put a lot of importance on your extracurricular grades or your leadership skills, communication skills. It totally depends on the university's screening policies. So there is no hard and fast rule about, there is no minimum eligibility percentage in case of Japanese universities. Obviously, if you have performed better, you have a better chance of enrollment and better chances of scholarships. So here were some questions that we often receive. We will try and cover more such questions, and if you have any such general questions that you would want us to cover in such FAQ sessions, please send them in. And if you like our content, if you think it has been useful for you, please give a thumbs up and please subscribe.